which means we're gonna be raking up leaves and carving pumpkins and baking pie. So of course, that's why we have our fantastic friend here, Angie, the pie lady. She's gonna be making us a fantastic dessert with pear. Now, you were super excited about this when you and I were talking about this earlier.
Yes, this is cheddar pear pie.
Cheddar.
It seems a little odd, but it has a very sweet filling. You don't actually need much to go with the pears because they're so sweet already. And then it's just a tiny little bit of savory when you add cheddar cheese to the streusel topping.
Well, we hear it all the time that, you know, savory and sweet are a perfect combo.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. This hits all the taste buds.
And I like how simple this is.
Yeah.
All right, so Angie, where do we begin when it comes to a pie? Because you have to have a really amazing base, right?
You do. This pie requires a pre-baked pie shell.
Okay, got it.
We have my recipe online that I would recommend.
And I'm just gonna toot your horn here really quick because Angie's pie crust is by far the absolute best I have ever tried in my life. And I'm not just saying that because I adore you. I'm saying it because because it's true. This pie crust reminds me of a croissant. Every time I eat it, it's so buttery and flaky and absolutely delicious. So I strongly encourage you, if you do not have Angie's pie crust recipe, go online to k2b.com, the idaho-today landing page. That's where you're going to find it.
Well, and now is the time to get ready for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I just cranked out a whole bunch of these over the weekend and froze them.
That's a great point. So she makes her crust in advance. You freeze the discs.
Yep.
And then when you need to make a pie, you let it
out.
Yep, just defrost, bake it, and then make your filling. Okay, so how many pears did you use?
This is 5, and the key to this pie, there's no liquid that you add. You need to get the juiciest, ripest pears you can find. I actually bought these a week ago and let them sit on the counter because I wasn't sure. I found rock hard ones and just let them sit there. And as soon as they reached their prime ripeness, I put them in the fridge so they didn't go any further.
I've also heard too that you can help speed up the aging of fruit by mixing your fruit bowl with apples because of the gas that apples create, and it causes other fruits to ripen really fast. So never put your bananas with apples because they'll go brown in like a matter of like a couple of days. Unless you want them brown because you're making banana bread.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So I got 5 juicy pears, and all I'm gonna do is mix them with just a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
Cornstarch, and there's a pinch of salt in there too.
All right.
And that's it.
And that's it.
That's all you have to do.
All right. And just a little modest on the sugar too, because like you mentioned, those pears are already
and they're so
really
good.
sweet.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you need me to do? Because you had mentioned there's a savory part of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you mix the streusel, and in here is flour, white sugar, and salt.
Okay.
And then you toss the cheese in and get that well mixed in.
Okay. So you got some shredded cheddar. About how much cheese is this, Ange?
It's about a half a cup.
Half a cup of cheddar. Do you have a preference on cheddar? Sharp cheddar?
Medium is my go-to, but if you want to really go all out, you can do sharp.
Okay, so
but
it's your
shred
preference?
it yourself. Don't buy the pre-shredded stuff.
Okay.
That's not as good.
Got it. Because will this melt better?
It melts better, and it just has a better flavor. You can't get the same.
All right, so no pre-shred.
Yes.
Shred it yourself. All right, and then what do you got?
That is about a third of a cup of melted butter, maybe a little bit more.
And just pour that in there?
Yep.
And so the whole goal with this is to get it to kind of clump up, right? Okay.
It's going to be a pretty wet streusel. Sometimes they're really dry. This one, you go more for the wetness. I'm going to go behind you.
Okay, we're doughing here in the kitchen. A little dancing. Yeah, that is pretty wet. Okay, so you want it nice and moist, well blended in. I'm mixing. Look at all those pears.
Yeah. And I used to actually be really disappointed with this pie because they would do it with an unbaked pie shell. And it was so soggy. And then when I finally was like, duh, when I started pre-baking it, it's delicious.
And you're like, this is what I've always wanted. Okay, did I do a good job for you?
It's perfect.
Okay, great.
So then you got to kind of get in with your hands, and you're just going to kind of
break it up and sprinkle it on top.
And then since my hands are messy, I'll have you put it in the oven.
Yay! Excellent.
See, how long did that take us?
I can't wait. Seriously, that is so stinking fast. And like you said, you pre-make your pie crust, and then all you got to do is mix that up. And especially during the holiday rush when everyone's harried for time, what a great way to have something delicious, really impressive looking, and quick.
And pears are in their prime season right now, so it's a great time to
get this
for you.
in the oven. And then by the magic of television, we already have a finished pie over here. that we're gonna dive into and sample. Ooh, nice warm oven. That feels
takes
good.
a little under an hour at 350 to bake.
All right.
All right, and then if you want to dish yourself up a piece.
Do I? Take a look at this. Can we get a shot of this? I'm gonna actually scoot this on over, better over.
Oh,
So.
I forgot to mention, I'm going to throw this on real quick.
Oh, what is this?
Because
What is
your
that?
shell is pre-baked, you
Okay.
don't want it to get too brown in the extra hour. This is already baked for an hour, the shell. So you put this, or something you could do foil if you don't have
Can I tell you,
pie shield.
I had no idea that a pie shield existed.
There's multiple ones out
And
there.
I'm the one who always does the foil around the edge, and it's so maddening.
They make them with silicone too, but I just really like, because you don't have to, it just goes right
Angie,
on
you
top
just
there.
you just changed my pie game completely.
Oh,
I
good.
had no
Oh, good.
clue. Look at this. Is this not beautiful or what? This is gorgeous. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting the cue to wrap here, Angie, but I'm digging in first
Yep,
before we do
gotta
that.
do
Okay,
it.
look at this. Look at how pretty and yummy. All right, Angie, where can people find this delicious fall recipe?
It's on KTVB, Idaho Today.
Yes, the landing page. Go
Cheddar
find
pear
it.
pie.
Cheddar pear pie. I'm diving in. Everyone, we got a lot more to come right here on Out Today after the break. Thank you, my friend. I love it. You're too good to me. You split